Yes, I know, I did promise a singing cover. I was planning on singing Dreamland from the band Glass Animals, but after many failed attempts, mainly the chorus bit, I've decided not to. Yeah, shame on me. I have not been practicing it since the previous month I've started listening to it, but yeah, that's just what happens. I'm sorry. The song Dreamland, it's a beautiful song. Dave, the person who wrote the song, talks about his previous memories and experiences on how they helped him to get to where he is now today. And in some ways, I relate to the lyrics as well in like my own way. So this is now just me talking about what the lyrics mean in my point of view, and I'm going to go way too into depth into this. So if you don't want to listen to me talk, that's fine, just mute the video or yeah. Okay, please give me views. Yay, fun. Alright, let's start off with the chorus, which is like, pulling down a back street deep in your head, slipping through dreamland like a tourist. For me, whatever like goes in my head, it still like seems like really unreal, like a place where I'm both entranced and terrified of everything that happens. Cause my imagination for me can get a little off the walls at times, and it's like the creative mindset where yes, being creative is brilliant, but then at the same time, it's a struggle. Cause I love like being able to be in like my imaginative worlds, but at the same time, I also feel like I'm wasting my time there, knowing that there's more important stuff to do. So like the slipping through dreamland like a tourist, like I know I can't stay there forever, but just it's a fun thing to do from time to time. Alright, here we go. First one. That first friend you had. So that first friend you had, I relate to it because I'm really good at introducing myself to others. Like, I can just introduce myself, like, boom, done, literally to anyone. Random person at the mall, grandma of person's house I'm at. Like, I introduce to people really easily. But I am terrible at keeping in touch with others or just being a friend in general. I know there are people who will argue with that, but just trust me on this one. Okay. That worst thing you said. People have told me, they're like, oh, you're so good with words, you sound so smart, you always know what to say. I'm not gonna go into details, but there have been times where I have said, like, very hurtful things, like, without realizing it, or just me purposely being an absolute asshole. Like, I fully know what I'm doing, and I know I'm making the other person feel bad. It's just, like, I hate making others unhappy. Like, there will be times where it seems otherwise, but, like, honestly, I really hate making others, like, uncomfortable or unhappy, so I avoid doing that. Like, I will try my best to plan out what I say, but there are times where I'm very impulsive and I'll accidentally say some things I don't mean. That perfect moment, that last tear you shed. For me, I'm talking about, like, happy times, the moments when I'm smiling, telling stories, feeling proud about myself, and laughing at, like, the world around me. And I really treasure those moments to the point where, like, I will tear up because it's such a good moment that I'm really thankful to have experienced. And also, like, I cry really easily. Like, not from, like, movies or, like, emotional moments. Like, just when I'm, like, really, like, when I'm arguing with people. Yeah, I'm, like, the angry crier. Or, like, when I'm, like, really sentimental for stuff, I'll cry. But, like, when I'm arguing, like, I'll probably cry, and I hate it. Alright, verse 2. You've had too much of the digital love. For me, like, I know I don't deserve to be saying it like this, but, like, yeah, I did half-hearted streams for a month on Twitch. I did shitposting on Instagram and YouTube. But, like, for me, that's, like, already the world and back. Because I am very bad with social media. I still do not understand it. And I'm, like, terrified of doing stuff. Because I want to put out stuff while at the same time I see everyone else doing it, and I'm very scared of being compared to. So, I want to improve, but it's also just, like, too much at the same time. I don't know how to express myself. You want everything live, you want things you can touch. To sum it up, quarantine has affected me more than I thought it would. Like, I'm what the 16 personality, like the MBI or whatever test would label as the screw up who is 51% introverted, 49% extroverted, aka you will always be unhappy no matter what you do. Haha, suffer. I prefer to do things like in person, love language, quality time, I guess. Being able to hang out with people without the need of technology. Just running around in a field, yelling and shoving each other into the grass. Or just like playing Uno with people in person. And also, like, I really want a hug right now. Yeah, like the 6 foot rule from people has done great damage. Like, I really want a hug. Make it feel like a movie you saw in your youth. Make it feel like a song that's just unopened you. The movie that I feel like, for me, the movie that I watched is titled Whisper of the Heart from Studio Ghibli. It's very underrated and moving. I know that, like, some people say, like, oh, it's too cheesy and stuff, but for me, like, I personally relate to it a lot. Because in Whisper of the Heart, it follows Shizuku, who is protagonist Chan. She has dreams of becoming a writer, putting all her energy, emotion, time, soul into what she wants to do, which is, writing. And that's, like, something I praise a lot, and, like, I want to be able to do that, where you can know, like, find something you like to do and, like, put everything, like, all your anger, sadness, and happiness into doing. And in the movie, there's also, like, love interest and, like, cats involved, and, like, she also starts failing at school, which is basically just me. But it's a really beautiful movie. And then there's also a song in Whisper of the Heart where she talks about... She makes a cover of Country Roads, the West Virginia song, where, like, they describe the scene. Yeah. And she names, like, Concrete Roads, where it really just talks more about, like, fear of not knowing where you'll end up, like, in your life, but still having faith, like, in yourself and just moving forward. Woo. It's a really beautifully made movie that I will definitely make another video talking about it, because I love the movie. Oh my god. You were 10 years old, holding hands in the classroom. When I was 10 years old, I was, like, leading a Greek god and goddesses cult in my class. Like, I was both the popular kid and the socially introverted kid in elementary school. I was both friends with everyone, but also no one at the same time. That sounds really edgy. I will make a video on that another time. He had a gun on the first day of high school. So the second part, I've actually recently started high school, and I started at the worst time ever, starting online. It's been absolutely terrible. I really prefer to learn in person, for I get distracted really easily. I cannot recall, like, a single class where I actually paid attention thanks to, like, this, like, online learning. I genuinely feel like I learned nothing at all. There are often times where I'm, like, digging my own grave, either procrastinating on homework or, like, giving up mid-test, asking myself, like, why don't I just give up? But thanks to current household life, I'm not allowed to do that. Asian parents, woo! And yes, Mice and Men will be the absolute end on me. I'm never gonna finish the essays. Okay, and the outro bit. You go ask your questions like what makes a man. In the past few months, you could even say years, if I were honest, I have been wondering this, like, not really what makes a man, but what do I want to do, who do I want to be, sort of thing. I've seen, like, a variety of different, like, people on, like, what they present themselves as. Like, I've seen artistically loud people, but they're very socially reserved. There are people who smile and dream, like, big, big ideas, but then at the same time they're self-sabotaging themselves so they won't get there, like either subconsciously or like they know they are, they just still self-sabotage for some reason. And then I've also seen people who complain about like things they don't have, but like they already have so much and they don't have any right to complain, so like shut the fuck up. Yeah, so for me, what do I want to do? Like for a long time I wanted to make others laugh, or even better, I wanted to make them happy. Give them like 3 minutes to not worry about anything. Give someone a chance to like relax or just simply smile. You know, like YouTube videos. Like give them, cause like others, whether it's content creators or friends, they have done that for me and I can't say thank you to them enough. But like recently in the past 2 months, it's gonna sound selfish, but hear me out. I want to focus on making myself happy with what I do, be proud of what I make, improve and grow, since I've like physically haven't been doing that for a very, very long time. And like yes, I still want to make others laugh too, so you know what? If I can make myself laugh, I could probably make others laugh. That sounds so angsty, I swear it's not. Oh yeah, and yeah, so final line. Oh, it's 2020, so it's time to change that. You go make an album and call it Dreamland. On November 8th, 2020, I did my pilot stream on twitch.tv under the username VicKismet. I had my first experience live, figuring out how streaming worked and all that jazz. At the end of 2020, I currently run a YouTube channel with the same name, which has content that is never ever consistent. And because I am no longer streaming, because my Wi-Fi is a bitch. And also my Instagram art is also there. I understand tags. I don't know how it works. Yeah, so the main part of this is just as a like childhood wish, I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and it's 2020. I actually did it, which is why I think this song, like in some ways, means a lot to me, and I like it. You might not. You might think this is dumb, but it's fine. Yeah, so I might do more things like this in the future if I like give up on singing mid-recording. I'm just gonna like record myself rambling for a long time and just things about this. Like I like to look at lyrics for songs and then like see it in my own way and then overanalyze it to the point where I'm like, this song is me, and I'm like, no, that's dumb. That's very dumb. Yeah, so thank you all so much for listening. Sorry if I let any of you down for not actually singing this time. Sorry about that, but also not at the same time. People have told me like I say sorry too much, so I'm not sorry that I did not sing. And I'm not sorry that this is not the content you asked for, but this is the content I produced today. Yeah, I hope you all, yeah, thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you all next time. On acoustic piano, so the little tidbit that's like I'm supposed to match it with a C# 3 and a G# 3, so it sounds all good and all. But then the second part where it's that part, I'm supposed to match that with a G# 2 and a D# 3, but my D# 3 is fine, but my G# 2 is a nightmare and I hate it.